Well, look at that. The A&W no longer has the sign saying 24 hours. It is not lit up. I'm wondering if they're closing down or they were robbed or they're just sick of the homeless people coming in. Because A&W over the past over 10 years, I think, let's say 10 years, has been infiltrating this scene. They have another store a few blocks down in the Gay Village, and I think that also had homeless or drug addicts, or I don't know. So it's 6:56 a.m. I'm almost at the hospital to teach, the mental hospital. And I'm like, I did a long stretch with my bags that are heavier than yesterday, which is normal. And I'm like, is that caffeine? I have 300 milligrams of caffeine in me. Last one being a few hours ago. Is there a buffer in there? Is it making me go longer stretches? Because initially I did the first stretch down there and it was like, okay, I have to stop. Even coming from my place, I had to stop, but I think I went a little further than normal. I had like a little like tolerance. I don't know. Training effect? Who knows? All right, so we're back here. I don't know what's going on. These tables haven't been set up, and I had to call the person I'm working with, who's dropping off the equipment and stuff, who's whatever, and just to make sure that this is the room that we're in. So I'm not unpacking anything, just to make sure. The security, I mean, oof. Talk about like, anyways, it is what it is. I got locked in between the stairs going up here and this, because this was locked in, even though he said it was unlocked, but apparently it wasn't unlocked. And then I ended up getting stuck, and I had to call the security again to get me in, and he had already left. It's like, well, I guess you don't get paid enough. But anyways, so I'm probably going to have to take another caffeine, because it's like my mood is just so, it's going to be a big caffeine day. I got to the bus stop earlier, which was kind of cool. And I managed to clean and disinfect the countertop in this sink. And I'm like, why am I not doing that each time? Because it's hard to pack on, task after task after task. But that would be a good thing to keep on top of that. So I put that in my list of things to do. But who knows what's going to happen. Trying my best to keep on top of this. And there's a little progress, but a little, trying to push too hard. So there's that. Eventually I'd like to keep the toilet clean. It's just so much. So it's 12:57. I finished teaching at 12:27, so we finished early. I think it was the best group I've had here so far. They didn't talk that much at the beginning, but when, I don't know, the woman I'm working with said that they don't know each other, so maybe that was why. No one was talking to each other much, and it was good because they were listening and doing all the exercises, the situation. So we finished early, and then they wanted their exam, and it went really smoothly. So yes to that class, yes to that group. But also I couldn't stay longer. I was sitting down to eat, worried that I would leave her later and then not be able to go to the grocery store to get my food for tomorrow, because I got to get some veggie pates and some pita bread and some granola bars and go to bed early. But apparently there was another class at 1, which is when my class is supposed to end. So I would have had no time to prepare to leave. So I'm being rushed out, but on a better note, I'm getting home early. So, all right, so it's 1:13. So I decided to walk even further to the next bus stop here. And actually, If I got off at the stop that was one before my usual stop, I can go down that pathway and maybe even get to this place closer, because when I go down the regular route, the next stop, I have to go up and then I have to turn this way anyways. So it's like I'm saving time here. But this time I went through as if I was going to the other stop, and then I walked. The stops are really long, so I'm trying to spread it a little more, and I'm already over 10,000 steps. Maybe because when I drag the bag, it's a little longer too. I don't know. Yeah, I seem to have a lot more steps when I'm carrying the bag with me. All right, it's 4:07. I'm making an attempt to do some groceries. I'm gonna go up the hill like I did yesterday. To get more steps in, but also because I want to go to that grocery store. Not the one I was at yesterday, because that was really expensive. But, oh no, it's this way. I'm at over 12,000 steps today, by the way. So, and I'm groggy. I was okay for a bit. It was 400 milligrams of caffeine, because this morning was really wild. But I have to do this, so I'm making myself do it. I quickly put on some clear sunscreen. I didn't brush my teeth, but, you know, I went to the bathroom. I didn't have to clean the sink again. I just had to clean it out. So, I don't know. Trying to change my habits. That's what I'm saying. So I just got out doing groceries. It's 5 o'clock. I got to get home and get ready to sleep. I had a little frustrating time because this store does not have the veggie pates. And I looked around, and I looked around for a while, and I asked two people. One person was like, veggie, if it's there, it should be over there. And I'm like, okay. But I already, checked there, but okay. And then I asked another guy who was helping a couple of loud people. And then I decided to take a chance. And he's like, I don't know. I'm saying it's the same company as you have here. He has no idea what I'm talking about. So it's didn't know who to talk to. And I'm looking around and I'm realizing it's a terrible service. I never had to have service before. So already I was already tired and getting aggravated. And I'm like, okay. So I looked around some more. And then, I know with the other stores, they started putting it with the regular pates, like the meat products. But I looked everywhere and I haven't seen it. So maybe they don't have it, And obviously no one knows about it. So I decided to do a plan B. And I found some little cheeses, in wax. So that's what I'm going to have tomorrow with pita bread. And I got to get home now. So then as I was coming out, I started getting emails from one company for doing contracts. I'm like, what? Did I say yes to something? And then I started getting a lot. And I'm like, oh, that was for the month of November. Which I got to check now, because it's I said yes to something else and I didn't receive everything. I might have to say no to someone else, realizing I don't have the dates. So anyways, I'm not going to do it now because I'm preparing to go to bed, right? So I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. Oh my God, it's 2:20 a.m. It's ridiculous right now. So the security guy is at the... What the hell is that? Pigsty. It's worse than my place. But anyway, so the security guy is at the other end of the building. So I don't see him anymore. I just see him through the hallway. He's sitting reading. Oh well. It's 2:20 a.m. like I said. I'm off to the gym. It's this is worse as when I had my businesses. What's that? Again. See that? Anyways, off to the gym. I guess I'm getting the hang of this, using this app for shooting the videos. So I had a few emails from yesterday as I was coming home from the grocery store. And I took care of them this morning after doing some of my routine. So I had to add on to filling up my schedule. And then I realized I said okay to another company, a company with another woman I don't want to work with. So I had to write an email to say I'm not available on the 25th of November. Dude, my schedule is already booked for November. It's like, I guess that's a good thing to have, but I gotta deal with this fat bitch. I do, this fat crazy bitch, you know. And you know the word she says is similar to what she says to herself, you know. So that's the main issue. I keep it real. I'm not sugarcoating anything. So, all right. Now, mind you, I did this all without caffeine. So that's another issue. I went to bed around 6:30 and I got up at, I think I got up once to go to the bathroom. And then I got up at 1. But I snoozed. I have 1 dose of caffeine in me, so 100 milligrams. My ankles, well, my lower legs are so stiff because of the walking, cumulative. So I gotta work on that today. I'm already a little late. It's 2:35. Is it 2:35? No, 2:25. So